Hey guys, and welcome to the first video of the month-long MEP Halloween celebration. Ooh. Yeah, fanfare. These videos did so well last year. No, they didn't. So every video this month is going to have some type of a Halloween theme, and we're actually going to start things off a little bit differently. One of the things that people like to do during Halloween is watch scary movies, and we're no different. There are nights when you just don't know what to watch, so the three of us are going to give you 15 horror movie recommendations from MEP. And so essentially we're just going to give you guys a little brief rundown of movies that we enjoy. They might not necessarily be the run-of-the-mill that you always see on all these types of lists. Hopefully we're going to give you guys some movies that you've never heard of, never seen, or haven't seen but are been curious about. I don't know. I mean, we're trying to help you guys out and enhance your Halloween spirit.
I'm curious about.
And since this is main event Pong, we try to incorporate drinking in whatever we do. So we've got some Phantom Carriage Broadacres.
Phantom Carriage it's a quintessential horror.
It's a local brewery, and they have like a nice horror theme, and they're awesome. So
they have horror movies on Wednesday nights.
Is the foaming happening?
I don't know. We're gonna see.
I don't think so. All right, smooth sailing.
All right, no foaming. All right, let's give this a try before we get started.
Put my Keystone down.
Yeah, put down a Keystone. Drink this Berliner Weiss.
Ooh, it smells delicious.
Oh, this is good. For a sour, that's good.
Ooh, that is nice.
It's good, huh? It's
Ooh,
refreshing.
it tastes like witch's brew.
Got a nice tart berry flavor.
Hell yeah.
Man, this is good shit.
Good shit.
It tastes like double.
We didn't get to
toilet
drink it
trouble.
last time, so.
All right, so each of us have 5 films, and we're gonna start with Banshee.
My number one pick is Hatchet. Hatchet, actually, I saw before it was even a movie. It was a fake trailer that Adam Green made trying to get funding for the movie, which is just a kid creepily telling the legend of Victor Crowley, who is the murderer in this movie. And I love that idea of it, that I started with it, that Adam loved horror so much he got this movie made. And I love the gore. The practical gore. So all the gore in this movie is practical, and it is brutal as shit.
That's one of the main reasons why you're gonna like. If you like gory movies, this movie's for you.
And it's hilarious.
And
it is hilarious.
It is very enjoyable, and the characters are likable. All right, my first pick. It's something I watch every Halloween, and sometimes just every now and again. It's actually my favorite of the series. Haters, hit the comments. Halloween 3: Season of the Witch, which it's the only Halloween movie in the series that does not contain Michael Myers. It takes place on Halloween, has to do with mask makers and witches, and it's got Tom Atkins, who's fucking awesome. If you like Halloween movies, this is definitely one to check out. Don't pay attention to the fact that it doesn't have Mike Myers in it, because frankly, you've seen one Mike Myers movie, you've seen them all.
Mike Myers movies.
And by the way, John Carpenter said it was supposed to be an anthology series.
Exactly,
yes, he did.
And it would have been much better if they had kept on to that, but unfortunately...
Halloween 3: Season of the Witch is the best Halloween movie. Come at me, bro.
Alright, my first pick is The House October Built. It's another found footage film, which it's a dime a dozen, right? There's a whole fucking bunch of found footage films. This one was actually done really fucking well.
Yes.
It's got scares aplenty. It's got gores aplenty. It's got few and far in between laugh out loud moments, but if you want to be scared, it's definitely the movie to watch.
It's got surprises aplenty too.
Oh yeah,
that
too.
It's not stereotypical.
What I like about that movie is I feel like it's legit for me, because I do go to a lot of haunts, and that's kind of the plot, is like people going to that shit.
It's a haunted house film. Well, guys going around cross country to haunted houses.
So it's relevant to your
shit
actual Halloween activity.
Hopefully not with the ending that movie has.
Oh, of course not.
All right, number 2 is my Desert Island movie. So this is, if I can only watch one movie for the rest of my life, it's this movie. It's my entire life, and it is Trick or Treat. So this is the quintessential Halloween movie. This is the movie above all other movies that puts you in the mood for Halloween. It's got so many cool different stories, kind of an anthology story.
It is an anthology.
They're all intertwined.
They tie in.
Yeah, they're all tied in. There's about 4 or 5 stories going on. It's got a super cool, iconic, Halloween-looking villain, if you will. To me, he's my god, but if you want to call him a villain, it's Sam. You've seen him. He's the little pumpkin head kid. And it's just so fun. The gore is good. It's scary. It's funny. You like the characters. It's just the best movie. If you haven't watched this movie, you should turn this video off right now and watch this movie. It's like the best fucking Halloween movie ever.
All right, well, I'm going to keep the Tom Atkins train a-rolling.
Oh my God.
With my second pick, Night of the Creeps.
This motherfucker and his Tom Atkins.
Night of the Creeps. That's Fred Decker.
Yep.
Yeah, Fred Decker, who's also famous for The Monster Squad, another great movie. So essentially, it's your 80s cheeserama flick. You've got space aliens, you got slugs that turn the dead into zombies, you've got naked co-eds and sororities, you've got fraternity bros, lots of blood and gore. It's just a lot of 80s cheese ball fun. It's a great fun movie, and it's something I don't see a lot of out there. I don't see a lot of people talking about Night of the Creeps, you know, and I just think it's something to check out if you're into that sort of thing. But again, it's very dated, very 80s cheese, and Tom Atkins is in it. So
This guy's so gay for
Tom Atkins has said, though, that this Night of the Creeps is his favorite movie that he's worked on.
My second movie is a more obscure movie.
It's a good one.
It's a very, very good movie.
It's a good one.
The Devil's Candy. It's probably one of the best written movies that I've seen. Probably one of the best scripts. I've actually read the script before the movie came out, and it actually... I was like, all right, this is going to be a good fucking movie. It's probably one of Ethan Embry's best roles, too. Like, he's known for more of, like, the douchey, schlocky guy.
Not on Rex Manning Day.
Well, not... But in this movie, he really, like, sells it home. Not your typical possession movie. It's, like, kind of in between that line, but it does it different. It's just not the same as your, like, typical possession, like, style movie.
I like the villain's motivation, too.
Yeah,
why he does what he does, which I'm not going to spoil in the video here.
But yeah, it's a possession story, but not really. You just watch it. It's awesome. I promise.
Do watch it.
It's on Netflix right now.
All right, number 3 is a little gem I like to call Cemetery Man, aka De La Morte de l'Amor. This movie is super sexy and weird and totally doesn't make any sense and long, just like all good foreign horror movies are.
It's very stylish and very gory.
Very dark. A lot of fantasy. Very sexy. Fucking my favorite sex scene ever.
The main actor is
Rupert Everett.
Rupert Everett. Not a bad-looking fella.
No, he is not. There's gigantic tits in this. It is kind of just a psychedelic trip of a sort of zombie-ish movie. It's very unique, but so good.
My next pick is something that scarred me very much as a little boy. The film is Magic, which was directed by Richard Attenborough, who spared at no expense. This is a psychological thriller. It stars Anthony Hopkins and Anne Margaret. It's essentially about a ventriloquist dummy and his ventriloquist. He goes back to his old hometown to go into hiding for some reason or another. Shenanigans ensue, but I'll paint you a picture. When I was younger, and I'm at home, you know, I'm watching The Beastmaster because on HBO it played every other minute. Every so often, the Magic trailer would come on. I go into the video store with my parents, go perusing down the horror aisle. The Magic box is right there, creeping me the fuck out. I'm gonna link the commercial. Watch the commercial, at least. If you don't watch the movie, just watch the commercial and how fucking creepy it is. I didn't see this movie until like my late teens, early 20s, just because. But after watching it though, it's really well executed. The atmosphere is amazing. And Margaret takes her top off, which is always lovely. Fats, the dummy in this movie, is
creepy as fuck.
Still the creepiest ventriloquist dummy ever.
TJ.
All right, my third pick is The Thing. And no, not the 1982 John Carpenter film.
That's a good one, though.
That is a fucking fantastic film. I'm talking about the prequel. The prequel does not get talked about enough. It is fucking fantastic. And if you like the 1982 John Carpenter film, you will also love this one. It does that one justice. It's just as good. The script is just as good. Everything. The monster effects. Everything is just as good. And even though the monster was CGI, it was done extremely fucking well. And I know that it was supposed to be practical effects before.
They filmed it practical, and Warner's made them redo it.
But the CGI was done really well. It stands the test of time. The movie is fantastic. Do yourself a favor and please check out the prequel. It is a prequel, not a remake. Get your facts straight. Check it out. It's awesome.
All right. So my fourth pick is a movie I'm sure you've all seen, and if you haven't, you need to see it immediately, and that is House of a Thousand Corpses by Rob Zombie. This movie is another movie that takes place on Halloween, so right away it puts me in the field for Halloween, kind of like the House of October built. People are kind of touring roadside attractions. It's totally something I would do. There's great gore, creative gore, great villains in this movie, killer soundtrack. Sherry Moon Zombie is hot.
She is hot.
Karen Black, and I fucking love Karen Black, you guys. R.I.P. It's a super, super fun movie, and if you like Rob Zombie, his movies don't get better than that. That's his best movie. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people like Devil's Rejects, but no, because it's more action than horror. House of a Thousand Corpses is his best movie.
Oh my god, these beers appeared out of nowhere. Ah! Alright, my next pick, it's something from 2017, but it's just been released on Netflix. I hadn't heard of it until I did a little bit digging around, but I guess it was at Midsummer Scream. They were advertising the hell out of it. And that's Terrifier, which is essentially a killer clown movie that takes place on Halloween. It's got copious amounts of gore. Tonally, it's very creepy. Art the Clown, who is the main antagonist, is one of the creepiest clowns in recent memory. There's one scene in particular where our panel is kind of split on whether it's awesome as hell or tasteless as fuck. But
you'll know the scene.
Awesome.
You'll know the scene.
Okay, it gets real effed up. I'm gonna tell you that
real
right
fast.
now.
The gore
squeamish,
is
don't watch this.
If you don't like gore, do not watch it. But if you love gore, they bring it,
and you'll know exactly the scene.
What I like about the clown, I like that he kind of reminds me of the gentleman from Buffy, but also a clown. So it takes two of the most terrifying things in the entire world and combines them.
Yeah, he's definitely very effective. The actor who portrayed the clown.
No noise
awesome.
when he gets hurt.
Yeah, dude, he's creepy.
He's pretty much a mute.
It's like a mime. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Again, it's on Netflix. If you like gory clown flicks, gory.
One of the goriest flicks that I've seen.
Gory.
Super
Did I mention that it's gory?
You teach. My next film is Wolf Creek. This is another movie that doesn't get talked about enough. It is awesome. Also,
I wasn't here. Isn't this also very, very bloody?
Not for the faint of heart at all. It's super brutal, super bloody. Backpackers in Australia go searching for different landmarks and stuff in Australia, and they get fucked up. But brutally fucked up. This movie is not for the faint of heart. It is super fucked up. I'm just warning you beforehand. It's one of my favorite movies, and I like gore, but you might not. It's a fucked up movie, and there's some realism to it as well. So I apologize in advance.
Alright, number 5.
Number 5 for me is a little movie you may have seen, a little girl power movie. I don't know if you want to call it girl power. Maybe it's the opposite of girl power. I don't know, but it is Ginger Snaps, which is a female werewolf movie. And it is kind of like likening becoming a werewolf to getting your period. I don't know, female puberty.
Becoming a woman.
Yeah, it's kind of linking female puberty with becoming a werewolf. And it's real good. It's just done very, very well. It's a fun movie. Characters are likable. Definitely worth a watch. Super fun, especially because there's not a lot of female werewolves, really.
Well, there's also a shortage of good werewolf movies. Period.
Yep.
Yeah. You got American Werewolf in London, The Howling, Silver Bullet.
I did like Wolfman with Benicio del Toro though.
It was pretty.
I didn't think it was horrible.
All right, my final pick. It's going to be Fright Night, but the 2011 version. And now, before the hate starts coming after me, I love the original Fright Night. It's probably one of the best vampire movies ever made. If you have not seen it, then stop, watch it. I'm recommending the remake of Fright Night because I just don't feel like it gets the love and the recognition that it should get. It's a really well done film. It stars the late and great
Anton Yelchin.
Thank you.
Anton
Yelchin.
R.I.P.
Is it Yeltsin or Yelch?
Yelch. I think it's like Yelchin.
Anton Yelchin, there it is.
And also Doctor Who.
Yep, David Tennant plays Peter Vincent, who instead of being a late night horror movie host, like Elvira or something like that, instead of that he's like a Chris Angel magician in Vegas.
And Toni Collette, who's always good. That girl can act.
On a side, Hereditary's awesome too.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's a bonus one for you. It's a slow burn though. If you don't like slow burns, don't watch it. The standout for me is Colin Farrell as Jerry, the vampire. Anytime you get that man in there and he's allowed to just be cheeseball as fuck and just ham it up, he is amazing.
He is one of the most underrated actors in Hollywood.
He is so good.
He needs more fucking roles.
I'm not gonna say much, but the scene with the gas line.
Oh,
Damn, that he's
one
the
of the
fucking
best scenes
smartest
ever.
vampire ever. Smartest vampire ever. And he's fine.
I don't know if you've heard of the remake, if you heard good, bad, or whatever, but it's definitely worth a watch. Give it some love. You might have to like find it on Amazon or Hulu or Vudu or
Just
something
buy
like
it.
that. Or
Give some people some money. Not everything has to be free streaming. God.
All right, my 5th
take it home.
and final pick is The Descent. The Descent is an awesome movie about spelunking. It's all happy times, not really.
Also, spelunking is a funny word.
It's a spelunking movie about people who delve into a cave and start getting fucked up by some prehistoric monster type shit.
I feel like that shit's real.
Otherworldly.
I really think that could legit be out there somewhere. I
But-
don't know.
It's a really good movie. It was really well done. It's got a super copious amounts of gore as well.
Yeah,
Seems like all of these movies
And more girl power.
copious amounts of gore. Also, yes, the lead protagonist is a girl, and she does a really awesome job. But the movie is fucked up from the get-go. I'm just warning you. But it was probably another one of the best horror movies that I've ever seen, and it really hit home with me too, just because the way it was done. It's super creepy.
Very claustrophobic.
Very claustrophobic. Very.
So what are your picks? Post your picks in the comments below.
Yeah, is there anything that you think we should watch? Just go ahead and give us your recommendations down
We've
below.
probably seen it, but if we haven't seen it, we'll totally watch it.
If you like this video, we'll do it again later.
Word.
But yeah, we just wanted to kick off give you guys these recommendations at the beginning of the month rather than at the end of the month. It gives you a whole month worth of hunting to watch some of these movies, or like I said, send us your recommendations that you think that we should check out. We're kicking off the month-long Halloween celebration with this video, the 15 horror movie recommendations. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Hope you guys enjoy this month's crop of videos, and we'll see you on Thursday.
Silver Shamrock.
Bye.